Hello, my name is Stephanie. I'm 28 years old and I live in Norway. And all my life I wanted to become an artist and I loved to draw and to paint. And then when I was 18, I rented a studio space in Oslo. Right after finishing school, I tried to be an artist for a year. I was only 18 and then I figured out it was quite lonely. So I was looking out for a place to study. There is unfortunately no art academy in the traditional way in my country or in my city. So I would have to study somewhere else. So I was looking after Italy or France or Russia. For instance, there are many good options out there, but unfortunately I decided that it wouldn't be financially very good for me because I don't well, it would be difficult. I would struggle because I would have to work a lot and then save up and then go and spend all that I've worked up, and yeah, it's a long journey. So I decided to stay, and instead I started studying art history. And art history was fine. I finished a bachelor's degree, and then while I was studying I found this course called Art Technology, which is a class in conservation studies. So I found that class and I was so inspired. I also watched the series Fake or Fortune on YouTube, and then I decided that, oh yeah, I do want to become a conservator or restorer. And so I switched path, and I'm so close to finishing my master's degree in painting conservation. And while I was doing all of this in my 20s, I also did painting, but not as seriously, but I always loved it. And unfortunately my skills, they stagnated. And now that I'm close to finishing my degree, I feel like I'm finally in a place where I want to take up painting seriously again and improve my skills. There's one more thing. I've never this may sound strange, but I've never loved my own work, my own paintings. I don't like them. I'm not proud of them, although I'm proud of them, but I'm not proud of them. It's hard to explain, but I always love the process of it, and then I finish it, every painting up to maybe 80% finished, and then I abandoned it, or I have a strong desire to burn it, but I never do. I just feel like I need to cover all the evidence that I ever tried, because I feel like it's a really big shame that I'm not better. So I have this weirdly strong high expectations of myself and my abilities, but I have to reset my mindset, because basically my lack of skill comes from lack of practice and neglectance. And so my aim for this journey, I was gonna film this journey and then we'll see, maybe I'll post it somewhere, maybe not, maybe it's just for myself, we'll see. But the aim is to record the process of learning and also to work on my own mindset, on how I can improve myself technically so that I can be proud of the work that I do, because I do love painting. I'm not so big fan of drawing, but I do draw a lot, just on the mere purpose to become better at it so that I can be better at painting. And so yeah, and today I'm doing my first bark plate because that's what you do at the academy, right? So I couldn't afford to go to academy, but I have a boyfriend who studied at an Italian art academy, and he has basically told me what they did there. And I found out that the courses, they are based on certain methods, and the methods are described in books. Of course, you'll never have all of the hours, the social part, the being surrounded by other artists struggling with the same thing, and that kind of learning. I will never have the all of the professors that will critique your work and guide you and lead you on. But then I do have my partner who is a good critique, and yeah. So I was thinking that if I show my work and show my process of working and learning, then I will first of all accept the process of learning more. Also, it would help me get a more nuanced picture of what the state of the skill, or what how do you want to say it. Basically, when I see my paintings, I only see the mistakes. I see everything I don't like, and I know that there are things that I like, and I can see that, yeah, I like this and this, but I cannot say it out loud. And I don't approve of it. And if somebody else is giving me praise, or like, oh, this is good, or I like your painting or whatever, it's almost like I don't believe them. It's almost like I feel like they're lying, and I don't know where that comes from, but I heard that it's very normal, especially among artists and other creative people. So yeah, I was just gonna record my journey here, so I hope you will enjoy. And I can start by showing my goals for this year and how I started the learning process from the beginning again. First off, I have this sketchbook. Not this one, this one's not mine. This one. They are identical. This is the Venetia sketchbook from Fabriano. I like this paper a lot for drawing because it's 200 GSM, so it's quite thick, and it has a slight tooth to it, so it can take a lot of erasing. And I need to erase a lot. I need to be working and reworking, and you know. So this paper can take a heavy beat. And I bought this book in March. Now it's September, beginning of September, and I just wrote 2022 on it because this is kind of the first drawing sketchbook I own, technically, because all of the other ones are meant for it's like either thin paper for just like rough sketching, or for aquarelle, or to paint in, or pastels or whatever, and not drawing, because I never really drew. I didn't like drawing, and I didn't like drawing because I was not good at it. Now I've become a slightly better, but I'm still not good at it, and I still don't like it, but I still do it because it has improved my painting a lot. So okay, now it's September and I've filled it about less than half of it. So I still have a few months, and my goal is to actually fill it up with drawings. And I already see from the first beginning drawings and the later ones that something have changed. So hopefully in the end it will be, I will see the progress, and my aim is just to fill it out because I need the hours and hours and hours of practice. And while I'm doing this, I also need to show my work, because I figure out that in the past I would make something and then I would hide it, and then I would feel extremely ashamed if anyone would see my work, especially drawings. And I remember my partner, he once showed my drawing to his parents, and I thought I was gonna faint because I was so embarrassed by what I was doing. And I realized there is nothing to be embarrassed about or shameful about, but for some reason it's the most shameful thing I could ever think of. So I've learned from that, and that was 2 or 3 months ago. So now it's different. So I draw something and then I show it to him, and he gives me critique and feedback, and then I fix it a little bit, and then and then I go on to the next one, because I don't really do finished work in this one. But I can start by showing a few drawings that I did this year. This is an unfinished portrait of my friend. I don't know if you can see, but it's like rough, but it's not interesting. Like it's not hasn't those interesting streaks or personality, if you want. And there's an early drawing of my partner with a post-it note where he says, "You are doing well," attached to it. A few like unfinished paintings, just the under painting, and then painting that is quite not good, but I like it's not a good drawing, but I like some of the I don't know, something about the messiness feels more interesting. The head is not good, but there's something about the, I don't know, maybe the dress. I don't know about this drawing. My partner doesn't approve of it, but he's right, it's not great. But let me see what else. And then I'm slowly starting to progress. Yeah, this is kind of similar to the first one. It's like a little bit rough, but not too bad. There's these. Now this is more inspired by the what is it called, the method, the Barg kind of a way of shading, although this is not finished and it's not in but it's getting somewhere. Still not very interesting, but yeah. And then this is just a very more like smoothed out, but the proportions are not there. And yeah, this is all that I had in this book. And yeah, so by the end of the year I want to finish this. And I'm not showing this and telling it's bad, because it's not bad, it's just that I need to learn to feel good about it. And I figure out that if I learn to be really good technically and fill all the gaps that I see, maybe then I will learn to like my work, right? And now I'm showing it because in the past I would never ever showed it to anyone, so that's also a thing. What else am I doing? I'm doing the I bought some books, and I bought the Barg drawing course, and I read, the instruction how to do it, and then my partner would help me with he told me like what kind of paper did they use at academy, like how did they start, is there anything that I didn't or misunderstood in the beginning in the text, and then he guided me how to like start the course. And so I'm doing the first drawing now. It's not finished, but it's a foot. I've been looking at this foot for 2 days now, and so yeah. This is the current status on this learning process. And yeah, maybe I shouldn't have added the drawings in the intro video, but I don't know how to do videos, so excuse me. And thank you for watching, and hopefully, like, this is also a thing at the academy, you get friends or people that are like-minded, they're doing the same thing or going through the learning themselves. They also are into the learning of and practice of making art traditionally, and hopefully I can find some people on the internet, because there are not a lot of them here around here. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see see you next time.